What's going on YouTube? Yamayati here. Welcome to the channel, and in today's episode we're going to be going over the helmets here in front of me. This is my newest purchase, the Arai Corsair X. This is the Simpson Ghost Bandit, which I got earlier this year as a gift, and this is my AGV that I've been riding with for a couple of years. So stay tuned and enjoy.
If any of this content interests you, do me a huge favor. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you want, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification to be notified of all new uploads.
So as you can see here, I have three amazing helmets. We have the K1, which I've been using from AGV for a few years now. I actually have two of these in two different colors. One of them is from the UK, so it's a whole different color scheme with the quick release. That one I use a lot more often than this one, but it's the same construction. Same exact design, same everything. This helmet here has been really good to me. The only difference and the only things I do not like about this helmet is number one, the cheek padding inside is not the greatest. I live in Florida, I sweat a lot, and as I ride this helmet, it gets really damp inside, it doesn't dry fast enough, and even the next day when I go to use it, it can still be damp. It gets a little smelly inside. Honestly, not because I stink, but just because that's what sweat does. And I have to wash these pads a lot, which in return, I have to replace them quite often. This is probably my second set of pads in this helmet, and I've already done another set in my other helmet. So that is some of the things I do not like about the AGV, at least in the K1. Also, little noisy, not the greatest as far as sound quality with a Cardo system. The speakers are almost irrelevant. It's almost like they don't even exist because it is pretty noisy in here when you're riding. So the sound quality with the music or phone calls is horrible. Here we have the Ghost Bandit from Simpson. This helmet here I've converted into my vlogging helmet. Super nice helmet. Really comfortable. The sound quality inside with the Cardo system is good. I wouldn't say it's the greatest, but it's definitely a lot better than the AGV. I could actually hear the music. I could take phone calls. And the audio inside, as far as the vlogging and the microphone setup, sounds really killer. You guys have seen some of my other videos. I actually use this as the vlog helmet, and it sounds really good. And the ventilation inside is really good. This helmet breathes pretty well, so I'm really happy with this helmet. But I'm not vlogging all the time, and now that I have it set up as a vlog helmet, it's really hard just to take it down the street for a quick ride because I have the microphone and I have the mount and everything set up. So I wanted to get something that is just gonna be my riding helmet. It was between this helmet, the X14, and of course the Ruroc Atlas 3.0. As many of you guys know, the Ruroc Atlas 3.0 has been hitting internet and YouTube by storm. So many people endorse it, they love it, they talk good things about the helmet. And honestly, it's a great looking helmet. When you see it on the internet, it looks badass. I have one in my cart right now as we speak. It's the carbon with the blue trim all around. I don't know what it's called, but a friend of mine has the exact same one with the gold trim. And in person, in a previous video I did when I took the R1 to get dynoed, I actually showed on that video, it looks really impressive in person. He had nothing but good things to say about it, and he is a seasoned rider, so I take his advice. But at the same time, I'm one of those guys that likes to read different opinions on the internet and really search around for truth and for references and for reviews. And a lot of the reviews I got, if there are people that are endorsed from Ruroc, it seems like the helmet is comfortable, the cheek pads are great, ventilation is good, all this good stuff. But when I seen regular YouTubers, just people like us, the small guys that just buy helmets, put them on and ride with them, there was a lot of buyer's remorse. There was either too noisy, it was too front heavy, the support wasn't there, or the quality of the cheek pads weren't there. And that was a risk that me personally did not want to take, because when you spend $600 to $700 on a helmet, that's a big purchase. It's not like, you know, you can buy it and go, whatever. You know, if it was like a $200 helmet or $250 helmet, yeah, you know, you say, you know what, I'll buy it. If it doesn't work out in a year or so, I'll get something else. But when you're spending that kind of money, you want the helmet to at least last you, you know, a good 3 to 4 years. That's just my opinion. I'm not going to be every year buying a $1,000 helmet. There's no way I'm going to do that. Or a $600 helmet or a $500 helmet. If I buy a helmet, I'll probably keep it the life of the motorcycle unless something happens and, you know, God forbid, then I have to buy another one. But in this case, I wanted to buy a helmet that had all the best qualities and at the same time was worth every penny. So when I was watching the reviews on the Ruroc, man, it was really, really, really tough to pull the trigger, because it seemed like there was as many bad reviews that I found as there were good reviews. And I didn't want to take that chance. So no offense to Ruroc, you guys are doing a great job with your marketing, with the design. I personally love the look of the helmet. If it was just by looks, that helmet I would have 4 of those things in every color, because the look is amazing. And unfortunately, I spoke to a gentleman yesterday, a good friend of mine, that if we were to meet, I could show you him, he would say, and I don't want to put his name out there, but he had the 2.0. He actually laid the bike down, and it wasn't a bad crash. His bike is fixed and he's riding no problem, so it wasn't that kind of crash. But he hit his head and the helmet cracked. Now I know every helmet's going to crack. You know, I'm not ignorant to that fact, but it seemed like from the video, from what I saw, it wasn't that bad of an incident where the helmet would crack. Now, have road rash, damage, scuffed up, yeah, but an actual crack, to me, that was a little concerning. And I know they've made improvements on the 3.0 versus the 2.0, but me, as a consumer, the little guy, I'm not willing to take that chance on a premium priced helmet. I need every review to be really, really good. And if you look up the Arai Corsair X on the internet, there is nothing but good reviews from thousands and thousands of people that have purchased this helmet. There are so many reviews on YouTube about this helmet. You can sit there for literally 4 or 5 hours just watching videos on just the Arai Corsair X helmets, because these are not new to the market. They've been out for a while. So it was really tough for me to pull that trigger. So I decided to go with the Arai Corsair X. This is the Nicky Hayden edition, which I love to death. I love the graphics. The design of it in person is better than on the internet. On the internet, it looks good, but in person, this helmet, from the moment I saw it, I had to have it. And they actually have my size. I'm a large, and apparently I'm a medium oval size fitment, and this one fit perfect. With that being said, the graphics and the quality of the gloss are beautiful. The visor is amazing. This visor, I wear Oakley glasses. I love Oakley glasses. Oakley, thank you for making the best glasses in the world. 90% of my glasses that I own are Oakley. And I use the Prism lenses. The Prism lens, to me, is the best lens ever created. Why? It's tinted, but it is so clear that when you put it on, you don't even think that it's tinted. You just feel like you're looking through pretty much a clear glass, and you're getting a lot of UV protection. This visor is the exact same thing. Even though it's tinted, I even wore this at night, and the clarity was still amazing. So the visor system on this, even with the vents, then even makes it better. So not only do you see so beautiful out of this visor, but then you got these vents to kick in more air. Is amazing. You have 3 vents on the top, 1 in the center and 2 on the sides. The ventilation through these ports here are kick-ass, and they have 3 positions, either open, half, or closed. The exhaust system in the back, which I'll show you here, is the exact same way. You got 3 positions. You got open, medium, and closed. So the air that passes through here as you're riding, it almost feels, no lie, like you have an air conditioning system. The quality of the graphics and the color and the construction of the shell, perfect. The ventilations with the front chin here, the 3 vents on the top, the vents on the windscreen, crazy, right? And the exhaust are amazing. And the cheek padding inside, the liner that's in here, is by far the best liner construction I've ever felt in my life. It is so soft inside, so comfortable, and the speaker placement, when you use the Cardo, like I have the Cardo here, the speaker placement is so perfect and so close to your ears without hitting and hurting your ears. is amazing. My JBLs have never sounded so good in all the helmets I've ridden on. In this helmet, the JBL system was pretty much non-existent. You couldn't even hear nothing. All you could hear was just the high frequencies. And this helmet was a lot better. You can hear some of the low frequencies, a little bit of the mid-tone, and the highs definitely. But in this helmet here, it almost feels like I'm in a concert. It is so well positioned and so well placed in the inside. And it took me literally 10 minutes to install the whole system. Versus on this helmet, I have to take out the whole guts, run the wires. I mean, this thing was very intricate, and so was the Ghost Bandit. It was not easy to put the Cardo system in here to begin with, and to set up the mic for vlogging was a lot. I mean, I have tape on the bottom, as you can see here, just to hold the mic, because there's really no good way to put it through without, you know, drilling a hole or cutting some of it. I don't want to do that. But this helmet here, I installed the whole Cardo system just by removing these cheek pads. And these cheek pads remove even if you're down. Like if I was to go down, God forbid, you can remove these cheek pads without even moving my head, which is amazing. So you have the graphics, quality, and the gloss. The visor, oh my God, comparable to any top-end lens company in the world. Oakley, shoot, I'm even gonna put them up with the Ray-Bans, because I have some Ray-Bans too. The lens quality and clarity through the tinted visor is amazing. The ventilation, forget about it. It feels like I have AC when I'm riding down the road. And the quality of the cheek pads on the inside is far from none. I mean, I don't even know if there's another company besides probably Shoei that can compete with the insides. Now, I will tell you, there's a cheap helmet in the market, the Sodichis, for whatever reason, their internal padding feels like velvet or silk. It's so weird because you put it on, it's so silky smooth. But the paddings are a little stiff, even though they feel soft, they're a little stiffer. So this helmet all around, graphics, gloss, construction, ventilation with the ducts, the padding, the coolness, the visor clarity, and another thing, the noise from the outside wind. These pads hook around the bottom. I got a beard, guys. This thing is a lot of maintenance, and a lot of times the helmets don't really work with me because wind could pass through because it's so thick that they don't wrap around all the way to the bottom. These pads here not only wrap around the whole back of my neck, but they wrap around all my beard, my chin, and everything. Keeps a lot of that wind that's coming from the bottom up. Like, put it this way, when I'm riding, I could literally move my neck like this, and I hear, and I go back down, it stops, and it stops. So the way they made this helmet with the padding inside and everything is amazing. So guys, I give this helmet, honestly, 10 out of 10, a 10. I've never owned a better helmet. I've had a Shoei, I've had 2 or 3 AGVs. This is my first Simpson Ghost Bandit, which I recommend this helmet if you're cruising on a Harley naked bike or just around town. This is a really good helmet. Obviously not as nice as the Arai Corsair X, but it is a really nice helmet. I do enjoy this one a lot. And not because it was bought for me from my fiance, which she probably watches the channel. No, but it is just a really good helmet. Overall, I give this helmet probably like a good solid 8, you know, 7+, 8 around there, with all the same comparisons to this one. But as far as comparing this to something like Ruroc Atlas 3.0, I don't know. I was really close to buying it. It's in my cart right now. I'm telling you, I'm not trying to bash Ruroc, but they have to do something with the reviews, or they have to do something to help out the comments that are coming out. I know that they're making them in series, you know, 1.0, 2.0, 3. Maybe when they come out with just the, a friend of mine was telling me, hey, when they come out with the Atlas, just the Atlas, then you know that it's the real deal. Maybe I have to be a little more patient and wait for that, but to drop $600 on a helmet that for a couple $100 more, I can get something that has passed the test on all levels, that has already had all the science and engineering behind it to make it a $900 premium helmet. I'm just gonna stick with what I know. Thanks to Cycle Gear for letting me come to the store, try it on. And guys, Cycle Gear and Arai are not paying me for this advertisement. I'm just a regular consumer like you guys. I just like nice things. And honestly, I feel blessed to be able to even obtain any of these things with the current market that we're in and with the situations around the world. I am truly blessed to be where I am. And for that, guys, I want to say thank you to the big man upstairs. And I want to say thank you guys for watching the channel. And until the next one, peace.